make your wife a cup of coffee? Y'all know that? If you don't have a wife, make yourself a cup. It's in the Bible. Y'all know that, huh? Hebrews.
Oh, Hebrews.
That's
bad.
I'm glad they didn't pass that tomatoes.
The tomato man is the west end of the building.
All right. Today I'm going to take a little time here and discuss the three crosses. Nothing we haven't heard, and we should hear a lot more probably. But anyway, I'm going to try to discuss that a little bit and see the significance of all of that. You know, when you're driving down the highway and you see three crosses over on the side of the road or out behind, Save a Life in the garden. And, so, you know, what comes to your mind when you see that? Well, probably different things. My mind tends to go back. It first goes to Christ, and then it kind of goes back to, 2,000 years ago, see if you can figure out just how bad that really was. And there's no way of doing that. But my mind kind of drifts that direction. The thieves on each side, you don't think too much of them when you see those crosses. It's basically thinking about Christ, and then you might drift into that a little bit with the thieves. But just imagine three crosses up here, and there's a significance in the three crosses. I mean, why not six? Why not just one? Why not Jesus by himself up on the cross? But on this particular day, there was two others that were crucified with him. And my Bible here, King James, it calls them thieves. I think maybe some translation would call them robbers. And I don't know about other translations. But you'd think just being a thief, that would be pretty harsh treatment, to crucify you if you just went to somebody's neighbor's house and stole. And what that means, I don't know. When they're talking about thieves here, we think of stealing and things like that. But it had to be pretty serious. I don't know if murder was involved or what, but it had to be pretty serious for them to be crucified up there. But the point we're going to try to make this morning is that we have three crosses here. What are the significance of it? And the verse that I started with on this when I came across and saw it, I said, well, this is what I'll try to talk about. It's in Luke, and it's in chapter 23, and it's verse 43. It says, verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. I'm thinking, man, really, as terrible as this is, how lucky were these guys, really, if they had really known what was going on. One did. One came to his senses, and one did not. But the crosses, Jesus is in the center of the cross, and there's a reason for that. God doesn't make, he had this formed and played out, and he doesn't make errors. So Christ is in the center of the crosses. He could have been on the end, and then he could have had one here and one down there. Well, this guy, he could probably hear what Christ was saying, and he could probably look at it. The one on the end might not be. Or he could have been on this side. Christ was there, but he was in the middle. He gave both of them a perfect opportunity. Both same distance, probably. I don't know. They probably measured out how far they were going to put their post. Same distance. So they both had that same opportunity. And let's look at those two guys. They're thieves. They're crooks. They're hanging up there. They've been crucified. They rightly deserved, which one of the thieves says. But then below, you have people down here, probably a pretty good crowd. When all the big commotion and everything was built up around that, you probably have a pretty good crowd down there. And they're all down there, trying to figure out, he says he's the Son of Man. Why can't he come down? You know, why can't he save himself? But let's put him to the test. You know, and Jesus already told Satan, "Don't put me to the test." And but they wanted to see that test. They wanted him to prove that he was the Son of Man. Isn't that a lot like us, really, in today's world? Things happen, and you know, why does the little child get sick? You know, with cancer at 3 and dies. You know, where are you, Lord? You know, all of these things are natural things, and that's what this crowd did. And a lot of them were, they, you know, doing this here, and they wish they could get up there where they could just stick a knife in him and all this, you know. And they were really railing down there and mocking him and whatever. And the thing is, it's so important, and that the way Christ handled this and the way he is and his characteristics and his personality, he didn't even hear, he didn't even listen to them. They could just do whatever they want to do. They were down there railing, you know, he wasn't paying any attention to them. But who did he pay attention to? The thief on the right said something to him. He heard him. He didn't hear these other people. He didn't hear what happened. But he heard the one on the right. And he said, let's see, what's that right here? He said unto Jesus, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. Now, he didn't say, take me with you. I want to be with you today. He didn't do that. He said, all he said was, remember me. Would you please think of me when you go into your kingdom? That's all he said. That's, but what happened, Jesus gave him a lot more. And two, the thief was saying, in the future, when you go into your kingdom, remember me. But what did Jesus say? He came right back to the verse we read. He said, verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. So, he gave him a lot more than he asked for. Not in the future, today. He gave it to him today. And he told him that he would be with him. Not just remember me, but he'd be with him in paradise. When you think of paradise, we probably have a lot of different thoughts there. You know, it used to be, man, Hawaii. Hawaii must be a paradise, you know. Or some island, you know, where it's green and, you know, blue waters and white sand, banana trees. I always have to have banana trees. But yeah, there's mountains around, you know, that's kind of what we visualize. But that's, you know, paradise that Jesus is talking about is much, much more than that. So the thief on the right didn't realize what he was really, really getting into. You know, he was just going to be thought of, but he was really about to experience things that we can't experience. You know, and then you have the thief on the left. He's over there railing. He's up here dying, you know, and about to take his last breath. And all he's wanting out of this whole thing is, you say you're the Son of Man. Let's get us off of you so we can live. Let's prove it's who you are, you know, so we can live. So he's thinking solely about living. He's not thinking about his soul. And then, you know, that's two different characteristics. But now, isn't that a lot like the world? You know, you can go to a revival, or you can go to church, you know, on Sunday. And I'll just say revival, and you'll have a sermon. Everybody hears it. You'll have one respond, and you'll have another one that won't. Same thing. Same thing as the cross. Always be that way. And the thing about it, the beauty of this here, Jesus didn't say, okay guys, you're dying, you better accept me, you know, if you want to live or you're going to hell. He didn't say that. And that's the way he is. It's a choice for us. It's right up to the very end. These guys were dying. And it was still a choice for them to make. And he didn't force them. He didn't do any of that. And he could have said, you know, I'm the Son of God. You have two choices. You go with me to heaven or you go to hell. He didn't do that. Now, we don't know and I don't know, and I've never read where they even knew, I mean, they'd never been around Jesus teaching, or seen any of his miracles, or, sat in on the parables, or anything like that. As far as I know, we don't know that. But it's intriguing to me that you got these two guys, and they're dying, all the same situation. Christ didn't look like a king. I mean, he was bloody. He would look just like them. He was bloody. He was just, I mean, he didn't look like a king. But one saw that. One saw that he was. So what made that? What caused one guy to accept and another guy not to accept? Well, we don't know that. It might be that Jesus, while on the cross, he was talking to God. He was ignoring the crowd, and everything was being said about him. But he was talking to God, and for some reason, a light went off, and it made sense to this guy. That this guy is not like us. We're here railing. I think it goes back and says that even both of them were at one point. In Matthew, it says the thieves also, who were crucified with him, cast the same in his teeth. And that means that the crowd were below, and they were, mocking and doing all this. So at one point, both the thieves would probably say the same thing. Get us off of here. Here's the Son of Man, but here, come on, let's go. We're about to die here. But for some reason, the one on the right, he saw something different. And, I'm thinking, boy, how lucky, even though they're dying, how lucky they were to be right there with God. One knew it, one didn't know it. I mean, that's the same way in the world. We see this, we see a lot of mocking going on, we see a lot of blaspheming, all of that. But anyway, that's, there's a lot into this, these three crosses. Sometimes I think we take it for granted, and that's one reason I want to talk about it again this morning. We see them as we ride down the road, and we just, it's just three crosses, and keep it trucking. And it might be beneficial for us to really, when we see that, and just really think about that and what that really means. What that really means to the world, that cross and the way it was set up by God. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I have. So.